Harvard Referencing Guide. This guide's available online and available to you on Moodle. I'm just going to quickly go through how to reference websites, books and journals, starting with websites. So if we just look at a website, so here we've got an article on the BBC News website. First thing we need to start with is our author. So sometimes it might be a named author, like it is in this article, or it might be the name of an organisation such as the NHS. We then go on to the title of our article, which would be this, Curiosity Rover. Okay. This is an online source available from the BBC. We would then say available from or available at, and we'd copy and paste in this web address, and then we put the date when you accessed it. This is important to put because if I then go and try and check that reference and it's changed in any way, it's important to note when you accessed it, it might have looked different. Okay. So not all websites have a named author, so let's just go back to the BBC News front page. So as you can see, there's not a clear author written on here, and as with the last one that we were looking at, there isn't a clear date on here. So if there's not a date when the website was last updated that you can see, what you can do is type into the web address bar is this on the top here. So JavaScript with capital J there, and last modified with capital M. So if you type this into the web address bar, this will tell you that the BBC website was last modified on the 29th of October 2015 at this time. So we could say that it was, we could put our date as 2015 if we couldn't find a date anywhere. Okay, so if just move on to look at some of the other sources. So if we look at referencing books next. Okay, so this is on page 6 of your guide. So it tells you how to reference books with one or more authors, starting with the name of the author. So it should be a named author, up to 3 authors, or et al. If there's more than 3 authors, and the year that the book was published. If you're looking in a book, let's just bring one up. Normally if you look in the first page or so, you can normally get this information which tells you when it was published, things like edition number, who's it published by, and obviously author you should be able to see quite clearly there. Okay, so you should know again the title of the book. Title should always be in italics for books and websites. If it's got a different edition, because some academic books have more than one edition, you should note the edition, where it was published, and then who was the publisher. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at journals finally. So journals should follow this format here, starting with the authors. The title of your article for a journal should not be in italics, it's the title of the actual journal you write in italics. And then you're looking for volume, the number, part, issue or month, and then page numbers. So if we just look at a typical academic journal, could look something like this. So our title of our journal would be this, and these are our authors. So there's more than one author, so we could put Ling, however we pronounce this, followed by their initials et al. And then if we have a look a little bit further down, you can see the year this was published was in 2006. The name of the journal is Journal of Speech, Language and Hearing Research. We've got a volume number here. It doesn't say an issue number, but it gives us a month, which is October, and some page numbers here. So what we do is have a look at this information and then go back to our Harvard guide and write it in this format here. Okay, so that's how to reference those sources. Let's just have a quick look at how to cite them. If you look at page 4 of your guide onwards, it tells you how to cite within the text. So this means when you're writing in your assignment, you are referring to the work that's been published without putting the full references in there. So it might be I had a book that was by Jones et al. 2012 called blah blah blah, page numbers blah blah blah. So I wouldn't put all that in my text, I'd just put Jones 2012. And there's some examples here how to refer to the authors directly or indirectly, or if there's more than one author. So just make sure you're referring to that.